Hello and welcome. My name's Henry Washburn. I'm the technical evangelist at Datto. What I'm going to be showing you today is how to locally pair, backup, virtualize, and then backup a virtualization using the Datto appliance, and show you how quick and easy it is to do. Well, let's go ahead and get started. What we do is go ahead and click Protect and Agent-Based Systems. Now, the IP address that I have for my Ubuntu machine that I'm going to be using is 192.168.100.32. And what the Datto device does is checks to see on the network if it can reach Datto BD, which is the software service that runs on any Linux machine that we support. I'm going to go ahead and cut through all the default settings and pair the Ubuntu server to the Datto device. As you can see, it happens extremely quickly. And what's really important to understand is with a Datto and the software that's used to back up to a Datto device, is it's extremely quick. What I want to show you is the fact that you can have a machine paired, locally backed up, and virtualized within a matter of moments. This is a very small agent, Ubuntu server. It's only 4.5 gigs or so, so it does take a very short amount of time. It's more understanding how fast you can work with a Datto device. Because a lot of other solutions out there, they tend to have a huge amount of configuration requirements, all sorts of throughput usage, what have you. This is going to go through the large portion of what makes Datto devices really awesome. What's also very cool that you may not know is the Linux agent service, the software that runs the Linux agent service called Datto BD, is actually open source. So you can go to GitHub and download Datto BD and use it how you will. Let us know if there are any issues. We'll go ahead and update those if you do happen to see them. The last step of the backup process is the HIR process in case we're going to dissimilar hardware, which technically in a virtualization, it is dissimilar hardware. We can be able to boot up the machine. Now, when it comes to, this is also an important step when it comes to doing a bare metal restore or exporting to ESX or something like that, because if this machine was physical and we go to ESX or another dissimilar hardware, we have to make sure that it can actually boot. Okay, now that we've got a good backup, let's go ahead and do a restore. What I'm going to do is an actual local virtualization in disaster recovery mode. So I'm going to shut down this machine. While that's happening, set the amount of RAM I want to have the VM use that's existing on the Datto device, and bridge the primary NIC. That indicates that it's going to be on the network. And click Start VM once your settings have been applied. Because we back up to directly to a virtualizable image, as soon as a backup occurs, you can then virtualize. Now, our web interface actually shows the boot status. I can go ahead and click on the screenshot here, and that'll bring up a VNC window of the VM that's running on my Datto device. Now, since this is running in within my Datto device and I've set it to bridged, it should automatically grab a DHCP IP address. However, the issue is that that's not the same IP address of my original machine. So we have to go ahead and set that. Let's see. We actually have to set it back to the .32 IP address. So, sudo ifconfig 192.168.100.32, and then we have to also specify the interface with which enter the password and verify that the IP address is correct, and you can see that 192.168.100.32 there. Now moving back to my Datto device, I'm going to go to Protect and start a backup. Now what this is doing is checking to see that the agent service is reachable on the network, obviously, but what's happening here is we're backing up a virtualization that exists on the Datto device and then backing up back into the same incremental chain that we have from the previous and physical backup of the server, from the original server. A lot of other solutions that are out there would have to create a new chain for the new VM that might be running within their environments. With Datto, you don't have to do that. We ingest right into the same chain, so you don't have to get outside of the scope of the size utilization of a Datto device. Because we use inverse chain technology with the ZFS file system, we have the ability to do that. And what I've just gone ahead and showed you is pairing an agent, backing up that agent, virtualizing that agent in an actual disaster recovery mode, live on the network, and backed up the virtualization. For more information on how to run anywhere, restore anytime, and protect anything, go to datto.com.